So hi guys, we're here today to talk about possibly one of my favourite solos for the Mercenaries faction of War Machine. So, if the class wants to have a look at page 64, we can have a look at this particular guy, Kell Bailoch. There's his bit of art from the page. There is his stats and his backstory. And what I've done, rather than simply just showing you what's in the blister, I've already stuck it together and I've already put a bit of ink on it just to show you what the figure looks like. So here he is. He came in three parts. There's the main part here, which is the body and head, which was all attached. His rifle came in a separate part, as did his sword on the back there. Now, it wasn't too difficult to put together. I took the precaution of putting a little bit of putty into the holes just to hold it steady while the glue's set. And as you can see now, it's pretty solid. So there's no way that's coming apart anytime soon. But if you look there, he's a very pretty little model. Now, anybody who remembers War Machine in Mark 1 can remember that this guy wasn't particularly good in Mark 1. However, for War Machine Mark 2, he's got quite a bit of an upgrade. Here's his card. And if you can have a look there, he only works for Khador and the Protectorate of Menoth. You can look along there. There's his important stat. His rat is 8. This guy's a sniper. You want to do some stuff that Signar does. You want to have dual shots. This guy has dual shots. You want to be able to use snipers like the Khador Widowmakers. This guy has sniper shots like Khador Widowmakers. He's brilliant. I love him for 2 points. I field him practically all the time. Anytime I'm running a mercenary force, I try to find some way just to get him in. If we look at some of his abilities, like I said, he's got dual shot. So in a round that he doesn't move, he can fire twice. He has prowl, so if you've got him in any sort of cover, so any terrain or anything like that, he gains stealth, so all shots from over 6 inches away automatically miss him. He's a sniper, so he can do 1 automatic damage instead of rolling his damage, and he can choose which column he puts that damage on. If he's hitting a warjack or a war beast, that's brilliant. He's just a great little addition. You can pick off those unit attachments, those special weapon attachments, anything that your opponent has forgotten to protect correctly. Kell Bailoch can take a couple of shots at it. One of the skills that I find with him is the choice of whether you do your 1 automatic damage or whether you go for a damage roll. In general, anything that has about armor 15 or less, you're probably better going for a damage roll rather than doing the 1 automatic damage. Unless, of course, it only has 1 damage, in which case you just do your 1 damage and kill it. He has a sword, power 8 sword, so that's not bad. I mean, that's the same as many other infantry, like Khador, Winter Guard and things like that. But once again, if he's down to using his sword, then you're doing it wrong. He should be shooting from as far away as he can. His range is 14, so that's the same as a long gunner. He's going to be right up there. And if you're using him in a mercenaries army with someone like, say, Magnus the Traitor, who has a snipe spell, there's the guy to put a snipe spell on. 18 inches with dual shots, doing power 10s or 1 auto damage, depending on what you want to do. However, my favourite bit about it, his ranged weapon, his rifle, is a magical weapon. Now, that's the ability that you get on something like gun mages. And gun mages are a lot more expensive than 2 points. If you see something like a pistol wraith or a paladin of the wall who's using the D'Artan Vilmon's impenetrable wall stance or inviolable wall stance, whichever one it is, you can only be affected by magical attacks. His gun is a magical attack because it's a magic weapon. That just makes it fantastic. It's a great weapon for forcing your opponent to commit his forces away from this guy, or he can just hunt down and shoot whatever it is that's vulnerable to his magical gun. Just to add a bit of that, of course, he's advanced deploy, so 16 inches for the advanced deploy. He can start off in terrain if at all possible and get his prowl up right away. So, Kell Bailoch, defense 14, hard to hit. He can get stealth, he can fire twice, he's got a magic gun, he's got a rat of 8. I think there's nothing not to like with this guy. I like his miniature, I like everything about him. He's one of my favourite mercenary solos, and like I say, I just love to find ways to put him into my warbands to harass the enemy with those auto damage shots that they just don't expect from forces like Khador or the Protectorate or even sometimes the Mercenaries. So, what do you think of Kell Bailoch? Do you think he's improved from Mark 1? I think he definitely has. Post me some comments below. Tell me what you think about him. Would he make you want to play Mercenaries? He certainly makes me want to put him into my band, the Mercenaries. So, let's go and see if we can't make some more War Machine videos, and let's see if we can't find some more fantastic solos like Kell Bailoch.